What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Caleb coming to you with another game analysis. This time I'm looking at Game 3 between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. The 2-7 matchup in the East, Indiana being a 7, Cleveland being a 2. This time the series was in Indiana tonight as Indiana hosted Game 3. And the end result was the same, as in scoreboard-wise, as it was the last two games. Cleveland gets the W. 119-114. Like I said, the end result was the same, but how they got there was totally different. The Cleveland Cavaliers tie an NBA playoff record. 26-point comeback victory. They tied the LA Clippers for that mark when LA came back from a 26-point deficit to beat Memphis in the Western Conference first round. Indiana, I did not see the game, but I looked at the highlights. Indiana had everything going for them in the first half. Scoring 74 points in the first half. All those questions about the Cavalier defense arose even higher. 74 points in the first half to Indiana? I knew Indiana would find life when they get home, when they came back to their place, but I didn't think like that. But Cleveland, I don't know how. But they found some type of way to come back and win the game. Their defense actually stepped up and locked down the Pacers in the second half. Especially the third quarter. Paul George wasn't really the same in the third quarter. I didn't get to get a good look at the games and didn't see what they did, but obviously something, the score. They might have did that double team thing, of course, where you double George, get the ball out of his hands and force other guys to beat you. And then LeBron James did LeBron James things, We'll get to that later. Back to Paul George, who had another all-world game. 36 points, 15 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 assist shy of a triple-double. That triple-double word will come back into effect later. Took 28 shots, though. Made 10 of them, 10-28 from the field. 5 of 15 from three-point range. But a lot of that was in the third quarter as well. Made all 11 free throws from the free throw line. Like I said, in the first half, he had the help. In the first half, George had the help. Teague had 15 and 7 assists. Stevenson had 13 points and 6 rebounds. Thaddeus Young and Kevin Serpent had 11. Again, Miles Turner struggled. He only had 6 points off 3 of 12 shooting. Whew. Again, only had 5 rebounds. He had that big dunk over Tristan Thompson early in the first half, but that was basically his only highlight of the game. Again, it's kind of like what Russell Westbrook has to deal with in OKC. Paul George, he just doesn't have that consistent number 2 scorer, that can win the game. That can take over. If Paul George is if George is being hounded by like 2 defenders or something, he doesn't have that other guy that stepped up to be a legitimate scoring threat. I believe that's what Teague came to Indiana for, to be that other guy besides George. But he had a fair game, but he hasn't really stepped up to be that guy. These first 3 games, George really put the team on his back, but the team hasn't come through for him, and now they're 1 loss away from their season being over. Looking at the Cleveland stat line, all you can say is really LeBron James. 41 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists, his 16th playoff triple-double. Shot 51% from the field, shot 50% from 3, shot 50% from the free throw line. But other than that, man, LeBron, he came through again when his team needed him. I mean, again, especially in that third quarter. You know, that third quarter, man, he did it done passing and assisting. You had Love hitting threes. You had Smith hitting threes. You had LeBron hitting threes, passing Kobe Bryant for what? Third on all time in hitting threes. He also, I think it was fourth all time in threes. He also passed Kobe Bryant in to be third all time in playoff scoring. My fault, I misspoke. It was LeBron's 17th career triple-double. He already had 16. I mean, but the fourth quarter is a big story. I mean, I came in on it late. Cleveland, way late. Cleveland was up. It was like 1 minute left. It was before Channing Frye's big dagger three. I mean, I'm looking at the game highlights later on, and they say Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love didn't even play the fourth quarter. They had no minutes in the fourth quarter. It was basically LeBron and the bench. Well, no, actually, Darius Smith and Tristan Thompson was out there. It was, you know, I think it was just Kyle Korver and Darren Williams and Channing Frye, you know, that came in for the bench. But, I mean, for LeBron to engineer a comeback like that without two of his big three even playing in the fourth quarter, they really went defensive to end the game to kind of stop George. Shout out to Iman Shumpert, man. He did a heck of a job guarding Paul George, that is. I mean, shout out to everybody, man. You know, Tristan Thompson doing his thing, 9 to 10. You know, Love with 13, JR with 13, Kyrie with their 13, Channing Frye with 13. Like I said, the dagger three. Then Kyle Korver, I'm sorry, with the 12 points, all coming from the 3-point line, 4 or 5 from 3. I mean, that's just huge, man. I mean, you can say what you want about, you know, what happened during the regular season and, you know, Cleveland conceding the #1 seed to Boston. We see the type of trouble Boston's in. I mean, but yo, man, what a comeback. 26 points. That ties the playoff record for a comeback in a playoff game. A 25-point halftime deficit. Yeah, 25-point deficit for halftime. That's an NBA record. Jeez, man. I mean, so many LeBron haters, man. I've been a fan of his since he was in high school, you know, and I've dealt with all the hate throughout the years, you know. I mean, some of it, I'm gonna be completely honest. Some of it is well deserved. The handling of the decision, you know. I don't look at it as I regret the way he did it. Yeah, I regret the way he did it. I don't regret. Well, of course, nothing for me to regret. I never seen anything wrong with LeBron leaving. I mean, in his first run to Cleveland, there was no way that they were going to put a winning team around LeBron. I mean, LeBron was basically clawing for 55 wins, you know, 55 plus wins in the regular season like the last 4 years he was there. I mean, come on. I mean, there was no way. I mean, when they just kept bringing in, you know, these older guys that were past their primes, you know, like Shaq and Wally Zerbiak and, you know, all them. Ilgauskas was cool for a little bit, but they was always missing that third guy. You know, like I said, I never had a problem with him leaving Cleveland. I just had a problem with the way he did it on national television. You know, all the hate, you know, then in the 2011 finals, he just laid down like a female dog. Yeah, I'll never forgive him for that series, even though Dallas, I respect the hell out of Dallas, because that was one of the greatest playoff runs I've ever seen. Still, he laid down like a female dog. But yeah, man, huge comeback for Cleveland. They take a 3-0 lead in the series. Game 4, I think it's Sunday. Never know. We'll see what Indiana does to answer next. We'll see what Indiana does to answer Sunday. But thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate everyone. And for everyone that's watched this video, I wish you nothing but positive vibes only. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.